All right, we should be live on YouTube. Let me take a peek, guys. Yes, we are. And now we are live on Instagram. There we are. There we are. Awesome. You guys ready for this? We got Trump live, buddy. Live. Where you guys at? Where's everybody at? Hello, hello. Those of you on Instagram. What's up, guys? We got Trump coming up live right here, and he's got an announcement for us. And if you're on Instagram and you're logging in and you want to get some action with our chat, our live chat, come over to YouTube side, and there's a much more active chat on YouTube, and you're gonna have some fun. A bunch of us will be on there. Let me go to our YouTube here while we're getting warmed up. We got Trump with a new announcement live today. Here we go, guys. Here we go. I'm at 6,500 already on YouTube. We're moving up fast, and you know, if you, like I said, if you're on Instagram, come over to YouTube and check it out. It's a lot more action there, a lot more people chatting, and you'll have a good time. All right. I think we waited long enough for people to join. We're waiting for a few more people to join. Let's see what's up. I'm going to wait a little bit longer and let people join the chat on YouTube. And then we'll jump right in. I just posted a new reel on Instagram. Wonder if it's going viral or not. Let's see. I'm at 72,300 on Instagram. And let's take a look. Who's up online right now? Who's online? All right, here we go. Here we go. Boom, boom. Okay, 1,200 already. Yep, we already got everyone blasting off on that, and we're looking good. Tamara, what's going on? You're early. Good to have you, Tamara. You ready? We got Donald Trump live today. And let's see what he has to say.
Hello, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you. What a friendly group this is. No Democrats are here, right? Well, I want to thank everybody. This has been a labor of love. You know, we took over.
This is Trump live 30 minutes ago, and I'm playing it, and we're going to catch up to the live here soon.
A building that was not properly taken care of. It just wasn't. It's a very special building, and we are taking care of it. This was grass, and when you have a news conference, and this was going on for many years, but everybody would just sink into the mud. It was extremely luxurious grass, especially when it was raining, because you'd go down about 5 inches into the mud. And when we had a press conference here, all the press standing back there, they'd be cursing me. The women would be lifting up their shoes, saying, "You've destroyed my shoes. This is terrible." So we got a stone that's the exact same stone and color as the White House itself, because we wanted the friendly feeling of that light color. And it reflects the sun, and it keeps you cool even in the summer. And we've had press conferences. We finished it about a month ago. This is, as you see over here, the Presidential Walk of Fame. And we had this long wall with half windows because that used to be a swimming pool on the other side of the wall. That was the swimming pool where Jackie would say, "I hear women inside." Are women inside? Quite a famous, I'm not saying anything, this was a part of a movie. And the Secret Service said, "No, ma'am, there's no women inside, ma'am. I'm sorry, ma'am, you're going to have to move along. But I hear women inside." "No, ma'am, you'll have to move along."
Good old Trump, dude. He's back at it. I love it. Guys, this is live 30 minutes ago. Random, what's up, buddy? No, it's Tuesday. You still got more days. Dude, you just got an extra day, bro.
Ma'am. So that was the famous swimming pool. Now it's even worse. It's for the media. They covered the pool up. And now it's for the media. And I think we have a small representative group. I don't think they allowed the rest of them. I can't believe it. What happened? They're all on the other side of the wall. Can you believe it? because this is supposed to be sort of a private event, and there is no such thing in politics as a private event. Lindsey, you learned that a long time ago, right? The great Lindsey Graham, doing fantastic. You're up 34 points, Lindsey. That's not bad, I'll tell you. It's not bad. So we did the Presidential Walk of Fame from the great George Washington all the way to, well, I think we have to rate him above me. So less than great, less than George. Somebody went up there, they say, you're the third best president in the United States. This was on television, third best. And they said, who are the first two? George Washington and Abraham Lincoln. And I got extremely angry at this man. You know, you can't. It's going to be tough to beat, Mr. Senator. It's going to be, John. It's going to be very tough to beat Washington and Lincoln, but we're going to give it a try, right? Hey, they didn't put out 8 wars, 9 coming. All right, we put out 8 wars, and the 9th is coming. Believe it or not. So I just want to say it's great to be with you. And when we're finished later on, we're going to have a little quick lunch, and they do great food at the White House. And this is used sometimes for evening, where we've had some incredible people for the evening, and some of the big foreign leaders have been coming. And most excitingly, on the other side, you see the fence and the wall. We're building a world-class ballroom. You know, for 150 years, they've wanted a ballroom here. We don't have a ballroom. We have a little cocktail area, but we don't have a ballroom. The East Room, it's called, is a very small cocktail area. It holds about 88 people if it's tight. And I said, if I do this again, I'm going to get a ballroom built, and we're putting up our own money with the government.
Aquariums, what's up, buddy? Good morning. What are you pissed about, man? What's wrong? What happened?
The government is paying for nothing.
Talk to us.
You probably hear the beautiful sound of construction to the back. You hear that sound? Oh. That's music to my ears. I love that sound. Other people don't like it. I love it, Josh. I think when I hear that sound, it reminds me of money. In this case, it reminds me of lack of money because I'm paying for it, so it's the opposite. But it's going to be one of the most beautiful ballrooms anywhere in the world, and it's going to...
Dang, Aquariums wants to call in, bro. You want to call in? I'm down. I'll ring you in. He says, Aquarium says, be happy to call in about these liberal activist pediatricians. Interesting.
Be able to take care of tremendous things. When you have, as an example, I'm going to see President Xi in 2 weeks. I'm going over to South Korea. We're going to meet in South Korea. We're going to talk about a lot of things. They want to discuss the fact that they're paying 157% tariff. It's a little higher than they thought. And we're doing very well. I think we're going to do well in that negotiation. We've done well, as you know, with Japan, with South Korea, with Europe. The European nations got together. We made a deal. And it was all based without the tariffs. You could have never made the deal. I'll tell you what, tariffs equal national security. Remember that. Tariffs equal national security. You got to remember that. And they also equal wealth for our nation, because we've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars in a very friendly manner, given to us by nations that used to take it from us. And they used tariffs on us. We never used it on them because we were foolish, or we were led by people that weren't business people. But it really does. It equals national security. And I wouldn't have put out, I mentioned 8 wars, 9 coming. Of the 8, 5 were based solely on trade and tariffs. India, Pakistan were going at it. 2 nuclear powers, and serious nuclear. 7 planes shot down. They were ready to go, and I called them up. I said, you go to war, and we're not doing a trade deal. And they said, well, what does one thing have to do with the other? I said, it has a lot. You're nuclear powers, and if you do it, we're not doing a trade deal. And 24 hours later, they called me, we have decided not to do it. We stopped the war. We stopped the potential disaster, a nuclear disaster, because of trade. And it's been really amazing. But the tariffs have made us a wealthy country. They've given us tremendous defense. They've given us things that we can do for other countries, very positive. But again, really, it's national security, it's national defense, and they are so important. And it's incredible that presidents, for the most part, didn't know how to use them, when to use them. If you go back, you'll see some of the presidents that were the most successful were believers in tariffs. And I even see foreign countries now that we are doing very well with taking ads. Don't go with tariffs. They're taking ads. I saw an ad last night from Canada. If I was Canada, I'd take that same ad also. But they're actually on television taking ads. But I do believe that everybody's too smart for that. We have a very, very big and important case coming up. We should win the case based on the legal merit. We should also win the case based on all of the things I just said. But we're a wealthy country again. Last week, as you know, they found $31 billion. They came to see all brand new wiring. You know, underneath there's a lot of.
Okay, now he's talking. I'm forwarding a little bit. Because this is live like 30 minutes ago, but I'm going to forward a little bit to where he's getting into the meat.
Billion, not million, Lindsay. A nation that used tariffs. It was in very bad shape, actually, and we brought it back to health. First, use it. It was unusable before, and now we can use it. But everything that you see was here a lot, in very bad shape, actually. But now you have a president that does fight it. So I just want to welcome you to the incredible Rose Garden. It's just an incredible place. It was.
So there right now. He's giving this speech at the Rose Garden and at the White House, and so that's what he's talking about now.
Done. We did it. Brought it back to health. It was in very bad shape, actually, and we brought it back to health. First Lady Melania did a fantastic job on it. The surrounds and everything. It's all brand new wiring. You know, underneath there's a lot of wire, a lot of things. Everything brand new, everything beautiful. The only thing we did is we had to get a hard surface here because nobody could use it because of the grass. So I just want to welcome you, and I hope you're going to be here a lot. We're going to use it for meetings. We're going to use it for press conferences. Now we can use it. It was unusable before, and now we can use it. But everything that you see was redone. All of this was redone, and the whole White House is being redone. Some of you came through they call the Rose Hall. They call it different names, but you probably noticed. I don't know if you came through this door. Did you notice the white marble floor that was put there? That was made out of Home Depot tiles, about 1 foot by 1 foot. They were all broken, about 30 years old. And I replaced it with book-matched marble, paid for by your friend, President Trump. It's like, it's amazing how people like it when you say you paid for it. When I say I paid for it, they say, oh, I love it. But they did a beautiful job. They're great talents. They're very talented marble people I have. And they replaced it with beautiful...
What's up, Keith? Thank you, man.
Paradiso marble.
And Aquarium, I'm going to have you call in pretty soon, bro. So as soon as he kind of starts going off on the tangents and stuff, I'll have you call in if you're ready.
And statuary marble, and it's really, really beautiful. I want to thank the outstanding leadership team, and you really do have that. Majority Leader John Thune, who's been my friend. He really has done an amazing job. Thank you, John. Thank you. Done an amazing job. I didn't get to know John as well in the first term, and I've gotten to know him very well over the last 9 months, John, and you're doing a fantastic job. Thank you very much. Really great. Majority Whip John Barrasso, who's an outstanding man. Thank you, John. Thank you. Great guy, too. Conference Chair Tom Cotton. He loves that military. He loves the military. Policy Committee Chair Shelley Moore Capito. Shelley, thank you very much, Shelley. Vice Chair James Lankford. Very good. James, thank you. And, you know, we have everybody but one person here. You know, everybody showed up. I figured you'd have I'd say 40 would have been a good number, right? We have everybody. We're just missing one person. You'll never guess who that is. Let me give you, he automatically votes no on everything. He thinks it's good politics. It's really not good politics. He's an automatic no, but I don't know.
Who's he talking about, chat?
I'd probably let him come, right?
What's up, Benjamin?
Begrudgingly, but...
Benjamin says, I got my hat on too. W. Benjamin, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Love you, bro. Thank you.
Let him come.
What's up, Deshaun?
Republicans.
What's up, man? Deshaun, haven't seen you in a minute, bro. Good to have you back. He says, hello, everyone. Keep up the good work. As always, Medi and friends. Hopefully, I'll be on later. Hopefully, you will, bro. We're having a good time.
Senatorial Committee Chair.
Benjamin says he's talking about Schumer or Jeffries. Is that who he's talking about right here?
But I don't know. Look, if you everybody but one
He votes no on everything.
person here, you know, everybody showed up. I figured you'd have policy guy too.
Here's a look at it. Let me move the camera around. Look at that. So this is everyone sitting here, and I think we got senators and all kinds of people here. And he's saying that one person's not here. Let's see who he's talking about.
Conference chair Tom
Schumer?
Cotton. He loves that military. He loves the he loves the military. Policy Committee Chair Shelley Moore Capito. Shelley, thank you very much, Shelley. Vice Chair James Lankford. Very good. James, thank you. And you know, we have everybody but one person here. You know, everybody showed up. I figured you'd have like, I'd say 40 would have been a good number, right? We have everybody. We're just missing one person. You'll never guess who that is. Let me give you, he automatically votes no on everything. He thinks it's good politics. It's really not good politics. He's an automatic no. But I don't know. Look, if he wanted to come, I'd probably let him come, right?
What's up, good time?
I'd let him come.
The way he laughs is so good.
Begrudgingly, but would let him come. And National Republican Senatorial Committee Chair, an unbelievable guy, Tim Scott. You know, Tim, I shouldn't say it because it's so, I don't know if it's good or bad. But Tim ran, and he was very effective and very good. But he was on the debate stage and everything else. He was good just because he's good. But he wasn't as good as they thought he was. And when he got out of the race, he endorsed me almost immediately. And I used him as a surrogate. And I wasn't sure if I should because, you know, sometimes I want a total lunatic to get up and fight for me. And Tim is a really good person. So I wasn't sure. And I put him on the stage, and he ripped the heart out of everybody. He was so brutal. He was so unbelievable. It turned out to be absolutely one of my best surrogates. And it includes a lot of you people that were here. You were all surrogates. But Tim ripped these people apart. And
I got to find this clip and play it for us, bro. What is he talking about? Tim Scott ripping everyone?
After watching 2 or 3 times, then I wanted him all the time. Right, Susie? I said, I want Tim Scott, get up there. But he was so good. And I said to him, Tim, when you fought for yourself, you were much different. When you fought for me, you were a tiger. You were like unstoppable. You were, really was. You all saw that. What's the difference? He said, I've never liked selling myself, and I love selling somebody that I really do believe in. I really believe in you, and I just felt that way. And it was so nice the way he expressed it. And
I found some Tim Scott videos. I'll put some on when Trump is done.
I want to tell you, you are a champion. You are a winner, and congratulations. Thank you very much. I never love telling that story because I'm not sure if it's a good or a bad story, but I'm telling you, you are an amazing guy, and you fought for me so hard, and I really appreciate it. You got to be my #1 choice, Tim, so something happened. I appreciate it, and you're doing great doing what you're doing right now. I also want to thank the entire Senate Republican Conference for your tremendous work on confirmations. Boy, did we have a couple of weeks, huh? We had some, I signed like 150 of them, and I didn't use an auto pen.
What's up, State Line? What's up, guys? What's up, Roman?
By the way, I signed. You know, when you're signing these important, like a general getting approved from 3-star to 4-star and all of these different things and big confirmations and, you know, big stuff, you really have an obligation to actually sign it, I think. You probably noticed.
What's up,
right
Kev
there,
Dog?
Number 46, we put up, right? We put up a little bit of an auto pen. We have 46. We have 45. We have 47. It's very interesting. Yeah, 46 is an auto pen. It's up there.
Dude, the ultimate troll, bro. He, instead of Biden's picture, he put up auto pen, man. I love dude. How could you not love Trump, man? You got to be deranged not to love him.
Stays up there. People.
It's to that point, bro.
Like it's probably going to stay up there for a long time. And I know you're looking into that. And by the way, the auto pen person said he never spoke to Biden. He worked the auto pen. You're not allowed to do that. So if you're looking at anything, just remember it. And remember, they treated us very badly. They treated us very, very badly. So I think you're allowed to just report the truth, including the confirming of my cabinet much faster than first time. I mean, we went so fast, and I give John Thune and all of you credit for that. It was amazing. All of a sudden, I was calling John, I've got to get him approved. Come on, John, because I was getting like one every 2 weeks. And you know, I had people, they left their job and they left everything, and it looked like they were, all of a sudden, it was like an avalanche. They walked in, James and James, my double James, I call them. They walk in and they had like so many of them. I said, you got to be kidding. Is this like, are you for real, right, James? John Thune did his job, and you got them all done, and you have all those people out there
saying, bro?
instead of being very upset with the fact that we couldn't get him approved quickly. So I really appreciate it. You used a method that I wish you could use on U.S. attorneys.
Yes, Kev Dog, Jordan Peterson did say that. He says, with Trump, you either love him or hate him. Everyone knows, you know, that's how he is. And you know what? I want to live my life. I think I want to live my life like that, but I'm not totally like that yet. But I think that's a good life to live, to make it to where the way you are is just people love you or hate you because you are so genuinely yourself and you don't care. And I don't know. I got to think about it some more.
You know, I have 10 U.S. attorneys who are phenomenal.
But I do aspire to work as hard as Trump works at his age. When I get to his age, if I can work as hard as he works at his age, man, that's a W for me.
Phenomenal. A Harvard, a Yale, a this, a that, all top. And the problem is,
he's doing Aquarium's right. He's doing some very impressive rambling right now, bro. He's loving this, bro. Look at him. Look at this guy, bro. Look at this guy. Trump's living his best life right now, man. And he's doing it for us. He's doing a bunch of stuff. He spent his own money on the White House to build this thing up. What he's talking about right now.
They're not gonna ever be confirmed, I guess. I put him in.
I agree, Clay. Way better than Sleepy Joe. I'd rather see the president every day talking about all kinds of stuff and knowing what's in his brain than Sleepy Joe with nothing in his brain.
They'll be there for 3 or 4 months, whatever it's, and then they have to leave. Because anytime you have, as you know, anytime you have a Democrat senator, not even two, just one, they'll say because of the time we're in, we're not approving that person.
He's doing the weave. He's weaving, bro. He's doing it.
We're not approving. They never do. They won't approve. And therefore, because of blue slip, I have to tell the person after 3 months, I'm sorry, you'll have to leave. And I put somebody else in. And I've had Democrat senators say the only one we'll ever approve is a Democrat. This is not constitutional.
Eli Zeitlin says he's also destroying a crucial building. No, he's not destroying it. He's improving it. He's improving upon it. Ajaz Nakja says, bro, he's good. W. Ajaz, bro. Hell yeah. W. Deshawn, bro. I'd rather be hated as an American patriot than loved as a left-wing traitor.
And you really, I hope you can look at that blue slip thing, because I have 10 people that are phenomenal, and they're going to have to leave office. Highly educated, top of their class, everything. And they're going to have a mark on their career that they were a U.S. attorney for 3 months or 4 months, and then they had to leave. And that's so unfair. It's unfair to the public, because the public voted for me in a landslide, and I'm supposed to be picking the U.S. attorneys. And this goes for judges also. But actually more so even for the U.S. attorney with a blue slip. So I have these phenomenal people, many of them young, but truly fantastic people, and they're wondering what's going to happen in another 3, 4, 5 weeks. They're going to have to leave office. I think it's a shame, and I hope you can do something about it, because I'd like to tell those people, we put you there, and you're not going to have on your resume for the rest of your life, you were there for 4 weeks or 6 weeks, and you left like you got canned. So I hope you look at that. Very important. And after your pivotal changes to the Senate rules last month, as a result,
Bill Michaels says he does a great weave, the best weave. Nobody's ever done a weave this great.
This is what you did, the unprecedented obstruction by the Democrats. We've confirmed more than 175 public servants, people that are phenomenal, to keep posts, and that's just been over the last couple of weeks. It's an unbelievable thing what you've done, John, all of you together. So working closely with
Eli is really reaching hard to make a point that makes no sense. He's reaching hard. Eli, don't be a beta male, bro.
Beta.
Come on, Eli, wake up, bro.
Beta male. Beta male.
Wake up, bro. Satan is your daddy, Eli.
Satan is your daddy, woman.
Satan is your daddy, woman.
Satan is your daddy, woman.
You know what it is, Eli? You know what it is? You are a Trump hater and you are a beta male.
You are a Trump hater and you are a beta male.
Simple as that, bro. You are a Trump hater and you are a beta male.
You are a Trump hater and you are a beta male.
Me and House majority, the Republican Senate also gave us the largest working class tax cut in American history. And you passed the Laken Riley Act to throw illegal alien criminals out of our country. You passed the Genius Act and the Take It Down Act with the support of our wonderful First Lady. She got, by the way, she got actual support from the other side. It was bipartisan. I think Rand didn't vote for it again, but I think it was only
Bill W. Bill, he says a master beta.
Rand.
Hell yeah, bro.
But another one I'm going to ask you to vote for, and it's in the House now, and I hear it's doing well in the
Should we get Eli on the phone? Should we phone him in?
House, James. It's Kate's Law. A young lady named Kate Steinle, I remember it so well, probably 8 or 10 years ago now in San Francisco. She was holding hands with her father on the San Francisco pier, looking out into the water.
Yeah, we are pressing sound buttons over here, baby, because Satan is your daddy, woman.
Satan is your daddy, woman. Satan is your daddy, woman. That's amazing. What the? So you're gay? What the? I didn't know you were gay. How did you become gay?
Call in, Eli. Let's talk, bro. You want to talk?
It's beautiful. Everything was beautiful, but the person wasn't beautiful that did this. And this was an illegal alien that came into our country 5 times, was thrown out 4 or 5 times, they don't even know, but a lot, and came back and shot her through the head. And she went down and she looked at her father, Daddy, Daddy, something happened, and she immediately passed away in his arm. And, I mean, you can imagine, it was so sad, such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful person. Father was destroyed, you know, virtually destroyed.
He won't call them, bro. You got to have huevos, bro. Huevos. Come on, bro. You are a Trump hater, bro. He lives rent-free in your mind where your TDS runs rampant, bro.
And they passed they wanted to pass what they called.
Perfect, bro. 1:30 a.m. You got the whole house to yourself, bro. You can just pick up the phone and make a phone call.
Kate's Law.
Oh, I can't call in.
And it's now
TDS running rampant in his brain, bro.
Again in Congress, and I hear we're going to get it passed in Congress. And when it gets up to the Senate, I hope you guys can pass it. And basically, very simply, it says that if you
be honest, you're in the basement, bro. You're not in the house. You're in the basement of the house.
You're an illegal alien and you come in and you get thrown out. If you come back and get caught, you have to spend 10 years in jail. Very simple. Very simple. If they would have had that, Kate Steinle would be alive today. That was a big event at the time.
He's bugging, Parker.
Bill O'Reilly.
TDS from across the pond, bro. All the way across the pond, random. Fuck it.
For those of you that like Bill, I think I like Bill, but he was the one, he devoted his life to that law, trying to get it passed. I think it's time that we pass it so that if you get taken out of the country and you come back illegally, knowing that this law is in existence, you go to jail for a 10-year period, and it's going to keep the repeat offenders from coming in. It's going to really keep them from coming in. Senate Republicans have already voted 11 times.
This thing sounds good. I know we're messing with Eli. I was kind of paying attention, but he's talking about a law where if you are here illegally, you get kicked out, and you try to come back, you go to jail for 10 years. Is that true? Are we going to do that? Let's go.
They call Kate's Law, and it's now again in Congress. And I hear
Kate's
we're
Law.
going to get it passed
listen.
in Congress. And father was destroyed, you know, virtually destroyed. and they passed they wanted to pass what they call Kate's Law, and it's now again in Congress, and I hear we're going to get it passed in Congress, and when it gets up to the Senate, I hope you guys can pass it. And basically, very simply, it says...
Here it is. Listen to what he's talking about. This is Kate's Law they're talking about.
That if you're an illegal alien and you come in and you get thrown out, if you come back and get caught, you have to spend 10 years in jail. Very simple. Very simple. If they would have had that, Kate Steinle would be alive today. That was a big event at the time. If you remember Bill O'Reilly, for those of you that like Bill, I think I like Bill, but he was the one, he devoted his life to that law, trying to get it passed. I think it's time that we pass it so that if you get taken out of the country and you come back...
That's a lie, Eli. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Satan is your daddy, woman.
Satan is your daddy, woman.
Back illegally, knowing that this law is in existence, you go to jail for a 10-year period, and it's going to keep the repeat offenders from coming in. It's going to really keep them from coming in. Senate Republicans have already voted 11 times to get our government back and open for business. We have record business. We're going to be, I think, by the time I hit month number 12, I think we're going to have $20 trillion of investment. We're over 17 right now. As an example, President Biden had less than $1 trillion for 4 years. We're going to have $20 trillion in less than 12 months.
Mr. X makes a point. He says, what's the point of throwing them out if when they come back, we feed and clothe them, shelter them for 10 years? We have to, it's not a bad point, bro. There should be another alternative maybe, huh? So we don't have to pay for them to be housed and clothed.
And we're over 17 trillion right now. So it's the largest. It's the largest.
So if Eli won't call in, anybody else want to call in?
Amount
let me know.
In our country by far, by many times, that's in our country. But here's the one. It's the largest amount in the history of the world. There's never been a country that's had anywhere near 17, or it will be 20, and it's going up fast. A lot of it's because of tariffs, because they're coming in because they don't want to pay tariffs. In other words, they make their product in a certain country, and they used to just send it in here, and there was no charge, absolutely. Now, if they have to pay a 20%, 30%, 50%, 100%, or 2% tariff, they say, well, it's better if I build my plant in the United States. It always amazed me I did this first term. We had the greatest economy in the history of our country in first term. We had COVID, and we did a good job with that. That was a curse for every country in the world. It was terrible, but we had the greatest economy we ever had.
I'm down to debate Dean Withers. I'm down to debate anybody, bro. Bring it on.
But if you remember,
let's go, Titty. You want to jump in? Titty, are you another beta like your buddy?
Beta.
Come on, Titty, are you another beta male?
Beta male.
You are a Trump hater, and you are a beta male.
You are a Trump hater, and you are a beta male.
I started the tariffs, but I held it off because it wouldn't have exactly been good at the time to tell France, you know what they were going through, you know what.
He's already calling me names. He called me a retard. You are a Trump hater, bro, and you are a beta male.
You are a Trump hater, and you are a beta male.
Satan is your daddy, woman.
Satan is your daddy, woman.
Spain was going through, and Italy was going through. That, by the way, we're going to charge you tariffs. But I had started the process. We were going. The country was doing good, and I took WWEF, bro. Hell yeah, definitely subscribe. Thank you, brother. Hell yeah. Welcome. He's asked me if I'm paying the bills doing this. No, sir, I'm not. If you look at your screen, it's very clear to see I have 6,595 subscribers. There's no way I could pay the bills doing this. I don't even make anything pretty much. Barely, almost nothing doing this. I run and operate 3 businesses that I created for the last 15 plus years. In hundreds of billions of dollars from China. I put the full tariff
I make money with 3 businesses enough to where I can get my time back to do things that I love. And this is what I do.
So in China, Biden left
If I can get paid for doing this for what I love and it could make more than my businesses, that would be amazing. I would love it.
the tariffs because he couldn't. It was too much money, but they gave so many exceptions.
I saw what you guys did with what's the
That
company?
they were essentially
I saw what you guys did with Elon Musk, bro, with Tesla. I ain't about to tell people on the left what businesses I operate with the way you guys do doxing. And these guys have apps, bro, to dox people. You guys are out of control. If you guys weren't so loony, then I would be down.
meaningless. In other words, yes, the tariffs,
Bunch
but
of
you don't have
losers.
to pay if you look at somebody the wrong way. You don't have to pay. So they didn't pay very much. But with me, they were paying hundreds of billions of dollars.
I saw what you guys did to Tesla and still doing to Tesla. You guys are running around keying cars that are literally videotaping you doing it. You guys are morons. You have zero brain activity, bro. And Satan is your daddy.
Satan is your daddy, woman.
And again, I have a great relationship with President Xi. I expect to be able to make a good deal with him, and he'll make a good. I want him to make a good deal for China, but it's got to be fair. For years, they were making fun.
Lauren says conservatives are fine with young Republican groups using every racial slur, because she's projecting here, obviously. But if a Democrat posts a word for word quote of something that Charlie Kirk said publicly, they become enraged. No, because you guys like to do word for word quotes when people are just like explaining something and you take it out of context of what they're explaining. That's what you guys do. You have no actual way of coming up with a good argument. So what you do is you take little tiny bits and clips and out of context, and you try to gotcha people, and it doesn't work.
$500, $600, $700 billion, $700 billion, and we'd be making nothing. It was a one-sided. Honestly, we built their military. We built China's military with the money that we lost for so many years getting ripped off. So now we're going to have a fair deal. I think we're going to have a very successful meeting. Certainly, there are a lot of people that are waiting for it. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe it won't happen. Things can happen where, for instance, maybe somebody will say, I don't want to meet. It's too nasty. But it's really not nasty. It's just business. And we're going to do a good job representing you people and representing the people of our country. Unfortunately, in a craven and pointless act of partisan spite, Chuck Schumer, who I've known for a long time, and the radical left Democrats are holding the entire federal government hostage to appease the extremists in their party. And they are.
I agree with Deshaun. Unfortunately, Democrats are racist. They are the most racist. They hate black people. They hate Jews. They hate white men, unless white men are gay or trans. Let's get it straight. They hate all white men unless they're gay or trans. That's for sure. They're racist. They hate Jews. Kamala would have won if she would have picked Shapiro as a running mate instead of Looney Tim, Tampon Tim. Let's be honest. Come on. Come on now. Let's do it. She knew if she picked Shapiro to be her running mate, her Democrat constituents that are racist against Jewish people would not have liked it. But she still would have won.
They're extreme. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. They're extreme. And you know what? We had a landslide.
They hate, they love, actually, they act like they love black people, but watch what happens when they see a black Republican. Oh, bro, they lose it.
Election.
Their system malfunctions, bro. They don't know what to do.
We won the popular vote by a lot.
They fucking, they say the craziest shit. We saw it last night on the stream last
swing
night.
States, all 7. Remember, they said, oh, if Trump could get 3 swing states, it'd be. And, well, I didn't get 3. I got 7. We got all 7 by a lot.
CRXR, WCRXR, he says, the only way Harris would have won is if she was a different person. Man, there was so many things. So many things they could have done to win. Here's the funny part is Republicans were going on live TV telling them exactly point by just do this and they'll win. and they wouldn't do it. They doubled down on retard shit.
Record numbers. We won the Electoral College, 312 votes. They said it's very hard for a Republican. It's harder for a Republican. Although now I think we've swapped it. I think it's now harder for a Democrat. Because if you see what...
Min is, I agree with Min, Asian or indigenous as well. They hate, dude, they're so racist. For them, Asians are too smart. So they gotta, let other minorities that they believe are not good enough cut in line and beat Asians to get into these schools and these corporate jobs. They use DEI to box out. They box out Asians and Persians, right? And they call Persians white. They lump us into whites. I'm American, but I'm descendants of Persians. They lump Persians into the white category. If you guys probably don't know, but if you ever pay attention and look, you'll see it in there. It's lumped into white, Caucasian, because they know that they get crushed. So they have to do DEI. Are you of this descent? Are you that? Are you this? Oh, you are? Yeah, wow, let's bump him up.
What we've done with the Hispanics, with the black...
They hate white men, all white men, unless they're gay or trans.
Black workers and black men, and recently a poll came out with black men and women were doing so well. They want security. They don't want to have their city destroyed. Women in Chicago, beautiful black women walking around with...
History Never Happened asked, "Are you Christian?" I'm reading through the chat here. He's, "Are you Christian?" No, I'm not Christian. I'm not Jewish. I'm not Muslim. Definitely not Muslim. 100% not Muslim.
Red MAGA hats, because they don't want to be mugged and shot and everything else. And then you see a Democrat get up and tell you how safe it is in Chicago. Do you know they've had, in a fairly short period of time, 4,000 murders? This is over a short period of time, 4,000 murders. And they had a holiday where they had 28 people killed and almost 100 shot. And then you listen to this guy, Pritzker. I've known the family for a long time. They threw him out because he was no good. And
I'm confused. Mr. X here says in the chat, he says, "What is wrong with betas? By definition, there can only be one alpha, right?" No, I think you're in La La Land, bro. Come back to us, Mr. X.
Became governor. He's got money through the family. He's got money through the family.
The only beta that we love is my beta fish, bro. That's on my desk. His name is Sherby. He is a beta. He's the best kind of beta. He's a beautiful beta. And he's right here somewhere. Where are you, Sherby? Come on, baby. This is my Instagram. Come on, Sherby. Where are you? Let me show you Sherby. This is Sherby. He's on my desk right here next to me, actually. This is Sherby, guys. This is the beta we love, guys. That's Sherby, baby. That's the only kind of beta we love, bro. And I pronounce it beta. It's all good. You know? You get the point.
But they threw him out. He became governor. I said, I wonder how he's going to do. It's
beta.
It's a crime palace. It's a shame. And you know what we did in D.C. is unbelievable. You people, you can walk down the middle of the street.
W. Mary Ham.
Senator, you can walk down. You can have your wife meet you at the restaurant, and she's not going to be accosted, shot, beat up, raped. It's unbelievable how bad it was. It was one of the worst in the country, and now it's stone cold. I don't say the word perfect, but it's pretty damn close. And, you know, they would average
literally,
more than
James,
a murder a week in Washington, D.C.
Bruh, what's up, Owen?
This is just before we got here, a murder a week. Think of that. The cap.
I need to get an alpha fish, bro, for sure, not a beta fish. Let me know if you find an alpha fish. Let me know. I want to get one.
In my opinion, the capital of the world. They come from Iowa. They come from Indiana. They come from Florida. You call up the parents. I'm sorry. Sir, your son has been shot and killed. We have no crime here now. We have no crime. And the National Guard has been unbelievable, the job. Unbelievable.
A shark, bro. I've never had a shark. I've had almost every type of freshwater fish you can ever imagine, and I've bred almost all of them. A lot of them. The ones you can breed in captivity, but I've never had a shark.
And you know, it also looks better. I do a tour. I hop in that beast. I feel very safe in the beast. The windows are this thick. But I hop in the beast, and I tell the Secret Service, let's drive around town. I used to do that myself. I could drive myself around. I actually like that better. But now I don't think it's a good idea. But we drive around in the streets. The place is looking much, the grass is good.
Damn, Benjamin. Benjamin, bro, in the chat. He says, I got an alpha fish. I have a catfish and 2 big-ass jaguar cichlids. Never had a jaguar cichlid, bro. I've had electric yellows and blues and all that kind of stuff and all the other ones you can imagine, but not jaguar cichlids. What is that, bro? A 400-gallon tank, bro?
The fences are down. There's no tents. There's no anything. We are looking like it's just a whole new look. And the most important thing, there's no crime. And we're going to fix the roads. We have great pavers. We're going to fix the medians in between the roads, which are half of them.
That would be sick. Have a big-ass tank behind me with a shark in there, state line.
Falling down. We're going to take some of the tiles off the bridges, the tunnels that you have. They've been up for 40 years. They're rotted. And we'll put up brand new, gorgeous white tiles like it's supposed to be. But this place is looking really good, and we haven't even started the real fixing up of the town. We're getting rid of the graffiti. You notice there's almost no graffiti anymore. A lot of that beautiful statuary marble had red graffiti all over it, had bad signs up, and it stopped. We've taken out 1,700 career criminals and people that came in through an open border. They came in through Biden's open border, and we've taken them out. The thing having to do with all of the elements in the great, big, beautiful bill, I'll tell you, it's amazing what we've done. $200 billion in costs for medical. What we've done, $50 billion for rural hospitals. And remember, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on... Think of all of these things that we've done. This is the biggest, this is the greatest bill. Social Security, no tax on overtime, but no tax on tips. I got that from a waitress.
Remember when Democrats were running, Kamala was running? I say Democrats were running because Kamala and Biden, and they're not really the Democrat Party. The elites are who the Democrat Party are. You know, you guys know, it's the cult. They had nothing to run on. They could not explain one policy that they stand for clearly. They couldn't even explain one, but there was one, and it was the one they copied from Trump. No tax on tips.
Nevada, I was making a speech, and I'm at one of my restaurants in the hotel I own there, and I say, how are you doing? Well, sir, it's terrible. They're taxing my tips. They're going, I wouldn't have even thought that. And I looked at it, and she said to me, sir, there should be no tax on tips. I said, say it one time more. No tax on tips. I walked outside to the...
No tax on tips is literally the only thing anyone can remember that Kamala Harris was like for sure solidly, clearly running on. And it was from Trump.
I said, there will be no tax on tips. She was right. And we won that state by a lot. That's not a state that we win by that much, David, but we won it by a lot. So it was pretty good. But that bill is chock full of so many different things. So it was the biggest bill. I'm actually saying this to the fake news so that they maybe print it, but maybe not, because you people know. It was the biggest bill ever passed in Congress. And what we did was a little risky. We put everything into the bill, John, right? And some people...
How dare he make sure the military is paid? Dude, I love discus, and I love breeding discus, but they're super fussy, man.
People were against it. They said, no, you got to do small bites. And we gave it a shot, and we got it passed. I got a call from John. He said, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. Sir, we have 4 hard no's. Could you please call him? I said, what time is it, John? It's 4 o'clock in the morning, sir. So I call up.
Bro, it's even before 2016. I don't think, and 2016 was not even a proper primary. They didn't have a legitimate primary. In 2016, that was when Hillary Clinton, right? And that was that's when I keep saying Bernie Sanders got more votes than Hillary Clinton, and they still gave you Hillary Clinton, which gave up. I was a Democrat then. They gave us Hillary Clinton, and Hillary Clinton lost to Trump. Bernie Sanders had a better chance against Trump than Hillary Clinton, in my opinion.
One of you sitting right here. I said, Jim, could I say hello to you? It's 4 o'clock in the morning, right? He said, sir, you have my vote. I said, wow. Then I called up another person. I'll use fictitious names. Doug, could I get your vote? You've got it, sir. Then I called up another one. How about Josh? Could I have your vote, Josh? Because I like Josh. And Josh, who can be very difficult, said, sir, you have my vote. His wife was screaming at him on the other side. Sir, you have my vote. But I called people, and they weren't really hard-nosed. They wanted a little attention, unfortunately, at 4 in the morning. Sometimes I like the ones that don't like the attention, but we'll take it anywhere we can. And we got it passed, right, John? And nobody thought that could happen because you have a small majority. And how about in the House? We had a majority of 3. We actually went down after that for a period of about 2 months.
CR, bro, I'm telling you, he had a better chance. He probably could have won, and he had a lot of momentum with the younger men, and so I don't know, dude. They screwed up. The Democrats screwed up that time. That was a big one, bro. That was like the beginning of the crumbling of the Democratic Party, in my opinion, in my head. That made me start going to the right.
We went down to a majority in the House of 1. And I kept saying, you know, because I'll tell you, Mike Johnson's great. The team, these 2 teams, did you ever see 2 people more different?
Exactly. Imagine rigging the election and still losing. They did everything they could. They paid off everyone they could pay. They spent everybody's money. They pissed everyone off. They blackmailed lots of people. They did everything possible, bro. They tried to put Trump in jail. They tried to put other politicians in jail that were opposed to them. They tried everything, bro, and they still lost. Imagine that, bro. Imagine that.
One's tall.
And they still haven't changed a thing, bro. We're 1 year after that election, and they still haven't changed a single thing, bro. They're still talking about trans people. They're talking about illegals, criminals. It doesn't, they're doing the same thing, expecting different results. And we know what that means, bro.
Less tall. We want to be polite. They are very different people, but they're the same in terms of talent. They did the 2 guys, and they get along incredibly well. We all do. We get along great. But we passed a bill. We don't need to pass any more bills. We got everything in that bill. There's nothing else we have to put. We got the largest tax cuts in history. We got the extension of the Trump tax cuts. We got all of these things. And, you know, remember, they lie. They will look at I saw it the other day, they were talking about, I call it the great big beautiful bill, but that's what it is, the great big beautiful, the biggest bill ever passed. And what they say, they make up stories. And I saw they were interviewing a senator.
He added a new word to it. It was the big beautiful bill. He put the word great in there. I love it. It's growing. The great big beautiful bill. I can't wait till next week where it gets another word. What do we add to great big beautiful bill?
And they said, well, what's wrong with their bill? He didn't know what to say because there's nothing he could say. It covers everything. He said, death. It brings death. Now, if I'm a regular person and I hear that, I say, oh, that's terrible. But it's just the opposite. It brings life. It brings Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security. It secures all those things. And they just are so bad. You know, they said death. It was like death. And there's nothing about death. Theirs is death because they're going to lose Medicaid. They're going to lose Social Security. They're going to lose.
Sexy would be a good one, Edwin. The great, big, beautiful, sexy bill.
Medicare. All of those things are going to be gone because the whole country would be bankrupt and you're not going to have any kind of medical insurance. So with us, it's the opposite. And It's a great bill. We don't need any more. And I want to just say from the beginning, our message has been very simple. We will not be extorted on this crazy plot of theirs. They've never done this before. Nobody has. You always vote for an extension. Chuck Schumer and the Senate Democrats need to vote for the clean bipartisan CR and reopen our.
Okay, so he's right now talking about the shutdown, the government shutdown. Okay, and I just made a reel from a live this morning, and here's the live from this morning. Okay, this is Mike Johnson. And this morning, I'm going to go back to where, listen to this, bro. I made this reel this morning because this is just speaks right to what these guys. This is why the government's shut down, bro. Look at this right here.
Thank you, Chairman Comer, and truly appreciate the hard work.
Right here,
Keep the government shut down has been a direct. Don't want to risk an angry backlash from their base, from
Here we go.
their own base. And the speaker laid out some of this too. There was another senator who said, quote, they'd vote to open up the government yesterday if left to their own devices, but don't want to risk an angry backlash from their base. They'd be more than willing to do it. They know it's the right thing to do to open up the government, but they're scared.
There's a senator from Georgia. His name is Jon Ossoff. Okay, and listen to what he said.
Scared to death.
Watch this.
Of the backlash.
The Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff. Listen to this.
From the radicals in the Democrat Party. Another person said enough Democrats would vote to reopen the government, quote, if people were not terrified of getting the guillotine. You know what that means. When they're more scared of their own party's base, you talk about profiles in courage. That's what we're experiencing.
Right here.
And
I think
maybe
it's,
the worst was this.
Hold on. It's like right here.
Calculation is
here.
A lot of
right,
other federal workers.
right
NIH
here,
is
right
headquartered in the state of Georgia. And what is one of their senators, Senator Ossoff, thinking about all this?
Listen to what he says. This is what Senator Ossoff said.
Another Democrat said, Senator Ossoff's calculation is, quote, do I vote to open the government up and get crushed and can't raise a single dollar of low dollar money? Or do I vote to shut the government down and get $3 million from online fundraising? That's disgusting. Senator Ossoff is more concerned about getting low dollar donations from maybe some donor in California who's going to click on an email and give him $100 for his reelection. And so he's causing suffering on tens of thousands of people in his home state of Georgia. Senator Ossoff ought to send that tainted, dirty money back if he's raised $3 million off of the shutdown, off of the suffering he's caused, just so that he can get some more money from radicals around the country. Go look at his finance report during the shutdown. The low-dollar donations that he's more concerned about getting than opening up the government, which is the right thing to do, because they're scared to death of their base, because they want to keep getting low-dollar donations from the most radical members of the Democrat Party. That's what this is about. And we've been saying it, but now that Hill article truly exposed it, with anonymous senators finally speaking freely, with other Democrat aides admitting what's really going on their side. And when they asked the speaker, gee whiz, is there something else you can offer? What is there to offer to a party who's so morally corrupt and bankrupt that they're willing to sell out the American people because they're either scared of their base or they want to just keep getting low-dollar donations from donors around the country who are rooting for chaos for America, who want to undermine this country? That's what's going on here. And the American people are figuring it out. People in Georgia are figuring it out. They know why they're seeing the suffering, and their own two senators are voting for that suffering, and now you know why. It's laid out in full display for everybody to see. We're
It looks like Stud is not gonna understand what it means to like be a normal person in the chat, so we're gonna have to remove him from the whole channel. See you later, bud.
Our government's got to be reopened right now. We're not doing that. They are the obstructionists. And the reason they're doing it is because we're doing so well. We're doing well all over the world. We're doing well with the close to $20 trillion that I just told you about. It will be that number, but even if you take it down to over 17, that's a guarantee. We're doing well with everything. Car plants are pouring back into our country. AI plants, we're leading. We're dominating China right now in AI. And I did something that I think you'd like, because we have an old grid. It's a tired grid. It doesn't have the juice that you need to fire up these plants. You know, these plants will need more than double the energy we have right now for the whole country. That's how big it is. And we can't do that. There's no way we can do that. China is building right now 52 power stations. But I did something better. I'm letting everybody build their own power plant, so they'll become like an electric utility in addition to AI. But if they want to build their own plant and we get their approvals within less than a month, it used to take 5 years prior to rejection. Sometimes a guy in Louisiana, they had one that took 12 years, and then they got rejected. I got it approved in 2 weeks when I got into office. That was the first term. And the plant is up now, and it's been a great thing for the state. I did it twice, actually. I got 2 of them that were dead after 12 years, and I got them approved, both of them, in less than a week. And that's what we're doing. Lee Zeldin, by the way, is doing a phenomenal job, Environmental Commissioner, I have to tell you. He knows that we have to get them fast, and we're getting them fast. So we're leading China in the AI race by a lot. Under Biden, Democrats voted 13 times for continuing resolutions to keep the government open. And all we want is simply to ask them to do it once again. They always voted for it. They never voted against it. Nobody votes against it. But they do that, and they do. It's partially my fault. I mean, I'm watching you, and I'm looking at all these great faces that I've seen, really great people. I think with few exceptions, a couple of you I don't like that much, but with few exceptions, great people. And you look at what they do, and you look at the game they play, and it's a horrible game. And, you know, we have the hottest country ever. This is the hottest country anywhere in the world. And I say this, I'm sure you've heard me say it, but I was over in the Middle East, and the King of Saudi Arabia and others also said essentially the same thing. They said, you know, President, a year and a half ago, your country was dead. We never thought we'd see this. And right now, you have the hottest country anywhere in the world. We do. We have the hottest country anywhere in the world, which tells you about leadership, and that includes your leadership. So as you know, my door is always open to anyone. It's not like that AOC. How about her, where she said, she's talking about having rebellions and everything. She said, well, my door is always open. But she's not the leader. I'm sure the leaders felt very nicely about when she said her door is open. Who the hell wants to go into her door anyway? She doesn't know what the hell she's talking about. She's the one that started. You know, I remember, I'll never forget, she never took a course on the environment. And I watched her one day, and she was on television. She said, yes, our planet will be dead within 12 years. That was a long time ago. Our planet was supposed to be dead. Remember the 12-year theory? We were environmentally dead. Now, these people...
Our planet was supposed to be dead like 4 times already, if you listen to Democrats in the past, like 60 years
they've got
or 80 years,
that
I think.
Nobody quite understands. The good news is they don't understand it either. They really have no idea. But the people do. The people understand. We're giving you the biggest tax cuts in history. All of these things, it all adds up that we should do fantastically well in the midterm. The only thing wrong with the midterms is that statistically, when you look, a president gets elected, and for some reason, and nobody, even the great John Thune, cannot explain to me, for some reason, even if he's a reasonably good president, and we've had success like nobody, but for some reason, you lose the midterms. I don't know why. I mean, the odds are tremendously against, like 92% or something. It doesn't make sense. If you have a great presidency, it only makes sense that you win the midterm. So there should be no reason for it. Somebody's going to explain there might be some dark, deep psychological reason where they want to vote the opposite way. I don't know what it is, but we have to win the midterms. Otherwise, all of the things that we've done, so many of them are going to be taken away by the radical left lunatics. I mean, we're going to end up with a communist mayor in New York. Can you believe it? A communist. Remember, I would always say, we will not have a socialist elected in our country. Remember, I'd say that all the time. And I was right. We skipped socialists. We got a communist elected. So I didn't tell a lie. I didn't tell a lie. I was right. We'll have a communist, not a socialist. But we've already seen the impacts of the dangerous game that they're playing. Democrats are causing delays in our air traffic control system. So important. We wouldn't have had, you know, this Pete Buttigieg, he spent billions of dollars on fixing the air traffic control. They'd use copper wire going into glass wire.
I want to hear this, but W. Tyler, he says, friendly reminder to everyone, Kamala Harris never won the primary election. It's hard to find anything that Kamala actually won or earned. DEI is a hell of a thing.
Electrician here or any non-union electrician would say you can't hook copper into glass. It doesn't work. They spent billions of dollars. They turned on the system, and it was stone cold blank. We're getting a brand new system. We have bids out now. We have 3 great companies bidding. And I want one bid. Sean Duffy's doing terrifically. I want one bid. I want just bid, and they're responsible for everything. Not where they had like 1,000 contractors. Every contractor, they're all running around. In the end, if one of them does a bad job, we want to be able to blame somebody, and it's going to be one of the very big companies because there's a lot of interest in it. So the air traffic control system is going to be rebuilt. Over
I'm going to fix the
1
white
million
balance
federal
on my
right now, as you know, are
camera real
going
quick.
unpaid. That's the Democrats' fault. And children, tourists, unable to visit the museums in Washington, D.C., that we now have beautiful, safe streets, but we don't have the museums open. We should probably just open them.
Much better.
But we are doing things that nobody's ever done, nobody's ever seen. So all of this and the pain that the Democrats have caused during this reckless and completely unnecessary affair, and you could call it the Schumer shutdown or the Democrat shutdown, you can call it whatever you want. And I will say this, that
what's up, Candy? Good to have you back. Thank you.
we have Darth Vader. You know Darth
Theodore in the chat says, communists kill 200 million innocent people all around the world since Karl Marx invited Abraham Lincoln and others to kill over what world since Karl Marx invited Abraham Lincoln and others to kill 600,000 innocent people in the USA 1850 to what?
Darth Vader, right? Darth Vader is a man who I think
Bingo Bingo says they told us in the 60s an ice age was ahead of us. Well, ice age has arrived.
Right. Is that Darth? Stand up, please, Darth Vader. Stand up. Does everybody know? They call him Darth Vader. I call him a fine man. But he's cutting Democrat priorities, and they're never going to get him back. And they've caused us, and they've really allowed us to do.
YK Pacifist says, pacifist, they're like pacifist. In the chat, YK Pacifist says, he says, I have a question. So this DEI thing, is that affecting the regular applicant like myself trying to land a job, which I haven't? I'm still trying, but not one interview. What do you guys think? It affects everybody that's trying to get a job. They want to, well, I mean, it depends what color your skin is and where you're from, if you're male or female. It all depends. So, and what is it you're trying to go for?
Do it. And by the way, thank you. You're doing a great job. I have to tell you. So
they want to make, they want to have equality. They want to force equality outcome in only specific places that they want it. You don't see them trying to do DEI in plumbing, do you?
Really a great job. Because many of the things that they're cutting, like the New York project, $20 billion we're cutting it, they're not going to get it back. I mean, they're not going to get a lot of things back. They may not get it back. Maybe we'll talk to them about it. But they're losing all the things that they wanted. But many of the things that they want.
Lovely, Benjamin. Get a camera, bro. Get yourself a nice camera and start showing us what you're seeing, bro. Get yourself a camera, man. Let's take a look.
wanted are things that we don't want, the things that are just so bad for our country, and we're cutting those things out. So while they thought they were doing maybe bad, maybe indirectly they're doing good. The cynical comment that they've made all over the place and all of their cynical remarks proves beyond all.
I am right now. Theodore is talking about Karl Marx again. He says Karl Marx was in contact with Abraham Lincoln. He incited political violence. You can't free the USA slaves without violence. 600,000 Americans died in the Civil War. Google it. I'm about to buy this book that is from Thomas Sowell. It's called Karl Marx. So Sowell Marx. So I'm trying to buy this book, but apparently it's like sold out. It's like the original copies are pretty much done, and it's like very expensive now to get like an original a hardcover. In one place they wanted to sell it for like $1,000. I was like, holy cow. Anyway, I want to learn more about Marxism, but thanks for letting us know. I'll look into it.
No doubt that Schumer is a calculating political partisan, but we knew that. But he's somebody that's in deep trouble. He's losing in all of the polls. He's even losing to AOC +3. Remember +3? What happened to the +3? Are they still around? I had one. I met when I was at the United Nations, I met the president of Somalia. And I said, I have somebody I'd like to give back to you. He said, no, thanks. We don't want her. He didn't want anything to.
Stabby says he talks about DEI in the chat, and he talks about a guy that was top of his class who got passed over. It happens a lot, bro. Stabby, it happens a lot, dude. And then the guys, the worst part that I've seen, there's videos. I gotta tag some of these videos and go back and circle back and bookmark them so I can play them for you guys. There are videos of people that are black that come out and say, they're like, dude, I'm walking around in my university. And this is them talking. They say that they're wondering if they're there because of their skin color or because they earned it. And they also, when they look around, they see other people in their university looking at them, and they can't help but wonder, are they looking at them because they're wondering if they're there because they earned it or because of their skin color? And so it's a shitty feeling for them themselves that are the beneficiaries of the DEI. Same thing goes for people in the workplace. They feel that same way. They're in the workplace surrounded by their colleagues looking at them wondering, is this guy here because he's black? Or did he earn it? And then they're thinking the same thing because they don't know. Am I here because I'm black or did I earn it? It's like, dude, it's
to do with her. But today I'm calling on every Senate Democrat to stop the madness, to let our country get back. In the greatest moment in the history of our country in terms of wealth, in terms of job creation, and in terms of investment coming in, these guys go on strike. It's really a shame. So I'm asking them to be smart. It's not working. They're getting killed in the polls. The public understands what they're doing. They're doing the wrong thing. And with that, I just want to say welcome to the White House. When we're finished, they do a great job. When they're finished, we're going to all come in. It'll be a little crowded, but that's okay. Into the Oval Office, we'll talk a little bit, couple of minutes. Got some interesting things. And I think I'd like to have, if I could, John come up and say a few words, and we can close it out. And by the way, this is an open mic. It's open to the world. I think they can hear me out on the street. If anybody wants to come up and say after John, say it. We're all friends, and you can speak your heart out. But we've got to get our government open, and the Democrats are trying to keep it closed. Thank you. John, please.
Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. Well, Mr. President, thank you for having us. This is the 4th week of the Democrat shutdown, but we are all here today because your Republican team in the Senate is unified. This is now the longest full shutdown in history, but everybody here has voted now 11 different times to open up the government, and we are going to keep voting to open up the government, and eventually the Democrats, hopefully sooner or later, are going to come around. But, Mr. President, your agenda is the right one for this country. This is your team. We are your partners in achieving and implementing the agenda that you campaigned on and the American people voted for. And you just mentioned it has been a series of promises made and promises kept, whether it's national security, whether it's the border, whether it's the economy, taxes, regulations, energy, Trump newborn accounts, school choice.
See ya, Candy. Thanks for coming. See you next time.
You look at what we've accomplished so far. It is a remarkable, remarkable team and a record of accomplishment that can't be matched. And I would argue, at least in my time here, but perhaps in all of history. So thank you for your leadership, and we will continue to be good partners and work with you to get the work done for the American people. And let's hope that the Democrats get wise and starting perhaps even today, vote to reopen the government so we can get back to work for the American people. Mr. President, thank you for having us at your home. You have beautiful homes, and thank you for everything you're doing to make this such a beautiful place. This is America's house. We're delighted to be here. Thank you.
All right. There you have that. There it is, guys. Okay. So let's go to boom, 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 boom.
Baby, one thing.
Not this one.
So there was an exchange just yesterday that we also enjoyed. This is the CEO of the National Council of Nonprofits. Before we show this,
So you're a guy, right?
I'm neither a male or a female.
You're neither a male or a female?
Yes.
What are you, it?
I am gender fluid. I'm in between genders.
So that means you have two genders and you're standing between them?
I am whatever I want to be, actually.
What does that mean?
If I want to dress like a girl, then I'll dress like a girl. If I want to wear guys' jeans and a camo hoodie or whatever and cut my hair really short, then I'll do it.
And what are you today?
Gender is a lie.
What are you today?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
I don't think it matters.
Why not?
I don't care what gender you are. So.
What's up, Navy Pearl? Thank you for subscribing. Welcome, welcome.
So when your mother had you and people
What's up, Nate?
ask your father and mother, oh, what did you have? Did they say it?
No.
What did they say?
It doesn't matter.
Do not understand human development away from our children. Get the crazy people who do not understand human development away from our children.
Have you seen the data?
Let me adjust this, bro, because this is not. Here we
Get
go.
the crazy people who do not understand human development away from our children.
Have you seen the data showing the movement of teenage boys politically to the right?
Where else are they going to go?
It's a good question.
I mean, I had a teenage boy. I still have one, but he's 18 now. And I watched them be pushed farther and farther right by their schools. You suck. All of your instincts are bad. These girls are amazing. Look at you. You're pathetic. Be less masculine and more attractive. You're just barking at them constantly. They're not moving right. They're moving out of your stupid way. You've given them what? Nothing. Nothing. One of my son's friends died recently by his own hand. And I don't know what kind of pressures he was put under, but I watched those kids go through this pressure cooker created by this crazy, parasitized, left-wing educational movement. I don't have a Republican bone in my body. Stop giving our daughters terrible life advice. Right now, we are allowing our children to be parented by people who should be nowhere close to a child. Get away from our sons. Get away from our daughters. Get away from our sons and away from our daughters. It's not left or right. Get the crazy people who do not understand human development away from our children.
Have you seen the data?
Are you leaving them all your money, or are you saying?
No, very little money is going to go to the kids. $1 million each. That's about it for them.
Now, why is that?
Because if they were mature, like I was at 38, 39, and 41, Sally and I could leave it all to them. But they're not. They're just not. I mean, they're just...
So who do you blame? Is that your fault?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So
I'm not shirking the responsibility.
So what would you change? What would you go back and...
What I would have changed is that Sally has been their friend.
She's the protector.
Correct. And she's very protective of our daughter.
You love them and you want them to have everything, but at the end of the day, that's not necessarily the best.
I want them to have everything that they earn.
Are you leaving them all your money, or are you saying?
No, very little money is going to go to the kids.
Couple of good ones there, dude. Couple of good ones there. Couple of good ones, dude. One of my all-time favorites.
How many refugees has Poland taken?
0.
And you're proud of that?
If you are asking me about Muslims' illegal immigration, none, not even one, will come to Poland. Not even one if it's illegal. We took over 2 million Ukrainians who are working, who are peaceful in Poland. We will not receive even one Muslim because this is what we promised.
But I asked not about illegal immigrants, I asked about refugees. And Jean-Claude Juncker, the Commission President, says that you're racist. You sound proud of the fact that you haven't taken any refugees.
Of course, because this is what our people are expecting from our government. That's number one.
Teskey says, sorry, not Teskey. Tookie Talk says, just curious, but is watching Red Pill TikToks and watching Trump all you do here? Actually, these are not Red Pill TikToks. These are my own reels. I made all these, and I actually originate a lot of this content. This is my Instagram that you're looking at. All you do here? Genuinely curious. If so, then I'm a dip, but it's been fun. You are welcome to do whatever you want. If you dip, you dip. If I dip, you dip, you dip.
This is why our government was elected. But this is why Poland is so safe. This is the reason why we had not even one terrorist attack. Look at the streets in Poland. And we can be called populists, nationalists, racists. I don't care. I care about my family and about my country.
How many
You can call us racist, nationalist. You can call us all. I care about my family and my country. That's what I'm talking about.
It's two things. Number one.
Oh, you guys know my favorite video of all time? I created a reel for that like a few days ago. It's already at 256,000 views. This one right here. You guys see this? This bad boy right here. It's already at 256. And so apparently, I like it. Looks like everyone else likes it too. Let's take a look.
Military person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death.
This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second. And I've known him for years. The Brzezinskis have known him for 50 years. If it weren't the truth, I wouldn't say it.
Military person.
Patriot Chick says, I see you are shattered with that guy dipping. I know, I can't believe it. He hurt my feelings. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's all good, bro. Dip. We'll see you later, bro.
So you're gay?
I'm gay.
I didn't know you were gay.
Yeah, well, I just told you.
How did you become gay?
One doesn't become gay. One is born that way.
And so, have you been with men?
Of course.
Like sexually?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's mind-blowing.
This is mind-blowing for
you.
You
hear him where he says, really? I made a soundbite of that too. Where is it?
Really? Really?
I love that, bro. And this clip, right? I just made this one too, guys. It's already at 730,000. Look at this. Look at this right here. You can see the number right by my right here down in the corner. Pretty solid, bro. This is one of my other favorite ones. I made all of my sound, not all of them, but like 4 or 5 of my soundboard buttons are from this clip. And I loved it so much. I just made this like not too long ago. Literally.
So you okay?
3 days ago.
I didn't know you.
I made this reel 3 days ago. It's at 730,000 views already. It'll be 1 million in a week, or less than a week. In a few days, it'll probably be at 1 million. But it's it's the clip, bro. Watch, listen to this. So these are the sound. This is what I got from this clip.
Are you out of your cotton picking mind?
Not that one. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. This one.
So you gay? So you gay? I didn't know you were gay. How did you become gay?
And then I made this one here. Where is it at? Is it this one?
Really? Really?
Yeah.
That's mind blowing. Really?
Yeah.
That's mind blowing. Really? Really?
Here, let's play it again. Dude, 730,000 views in 3 days. Strong.
So you gay?
I'm gay.
I didn't know you were gay.
Yeah, well, I just told you.
How did you become gay?
One doesn't become gay. One is born that way.
And so, have you been with men?
Of course.
Really?
Like sexually?
Yes.
Watch.
Really?
Yeah.
That's mind blowing.
This is mind blowing.
Really?
Really? Really?
For you?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I never expected a priest and a father of Epiphany Church to be gay.
That you
don't
sounds like
look
you're
gay.
coming from the assumption. What's look gay mean?
You know, switchy and soft looking.
Really? That's what you call stereotyping.
Oh, but
that's called. That's like if I were to say to you, "Well, you're black. Where's your fried chicken?"
I was at the house and I can't wait to get home to eat it. So you gay?
I'm gay.
I didn't know you were gay.
Yeah, well, I just told you.
How did you become gay?
Gay. I love it, bro. Did you guys see this one that I put up of Mamdani? It's only at 140K, but did you guys see this where he got called out for being the highest paid legislator?
All this
he gave himself a pay raise. Did you guys see this?
all this money that he wants to pass. The one thing he did do is he voted for a pay raise for himself. They're the highest paid legislator in the United States.
I did ask the state controller's office this week.
And he has the worst attendance record. Crazy, dude. Crazy. Guys, I'm going to go to the gym. I think it's a good time to go to the gym. I got to do leg day today. I got lower body. I got to do legs. And then another 30-minute sauna session. And then we'll go from there. Let me see. Actually, I was going to do this for you guys too. Andrew Huberman sauna. So I do what Andrew Huberman says. Let's see if it's here.
You want to be uncomfortable in the heat. And this is why I'm not a big fan of infrared saunas, because they only go up to about 160, 170 degrees. Infrared light and far red light of all kinds has been shown to be beneficial for wound healing, acne, skin, eyes. There are even guys now putting on their testicles because it can increase testosterone and sperm production.
Yeah, hormone release.
But in terms of the sauna, you want that strong heat stimulus.
Yeah, and that's when you crawl up to the 200 mark,
right,
and so on.
Whenever I'm in New York, and there's also one in San Francisco, although the one in San Francisco is clothing optional, just to warn people. There's a place called Archimedes Banya.
Is there any scientific evidence that being naked is beneficial in the sauna?
Well, in certain contexts, it leads to childbirth.
Okay, well, I'll have to read up on that. I read that somewhere.
But I suppose it's not required, right, for childbirth. But in all seriousness, in New York, I'll go to a place called Spa 88, and actually, Khabib's picture is on the wall. He goes there, and that one. It's clothing. They require clothing. I only just say that because it can be a little bit.
Yeah, Lex. They shine red lights on their balls.
Of a shock to people.
And by the way, this is a Lex clips. This is yours, bro. We're watching your clips.
Sometimes if they kind of walk in, there are a bunch of naked people. The one in San Francisco, if I go, I'm clothed, mostly because use frequency. You want to get a really big growth hormone release for sake of metabolism, fat loss. You're training really, really hard in jiu-jitsu and you want to recover. You don't want a sauna too often. 16-fold increase in growth hormone. They had people do this. It's crazy. Centigrade. For maximum growth hormone, 5 to 30 minutes. Fahrenheit to 212 degrees, 100 degrees centigrade. So that's 176 degrees Fahrenheit to 212 degrees Fahrenheit for 5 to 30 minutes is the typical ranges that people work in these research studies. For maximum growth hormone release, don't do sauna more than once a week, but get into the sauna for 30 minutes, as hot as you can safely tolerate. So probably for you, that'll be 210 because I suspect you'll be on the high end of things.
You said not more than once a week?
You can safely tolerate. So probably for you, that'll be 210. Sauna for 30 minutes, as hot as you can safely tolerate. So probably for you, the hormone release. Don't do sauna more than once a week, but get into the sauna for 30 minutes, as hot as you can safely tolerate. So probably for you, that'll be 210 because I suspect you'll be on the high end of things. Then get out for 5 to 10 minutes. No cold exposure. Get back in the sauna for 30 minutes. Then they had them do it again, out for 5 minutes, back for 30 minutes, out for 5 minutes, back for 3 minutes. They had them do 2 hours of sauna exposure to get that growth hormone release. Now, for the reduction in likelihood of dying of a cardiovascular event, stroke or otherwise, the more often you do sauna, the better. So if you look at all-cause mortality or death due to cardiovascular events, and you look at sauna use for...
This is what I do it for. So what I heard from him in a different clip is if you do sauna 2 times a week for 20 minutes, you reduce all-cause mortality by 40%. I do sauna 3 to 4 times a week, 2 times at 30 minutes, and another 2 times around 20 to 25 minutes. So I'm doing about 4 times over 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes a week.
Frequency using the same parameters, 80 to 100 degrees centigrade.
Let me go
due
right
to cardiovascular. Here. More often dying of a sauna exposure 30 minutes.
Here we go.
Get out for 5 to 10 minutes. No cold exposure. Get back in the sauna for 30 minutes. Then they had them do it again, out for 5 minutes, back for 30 minutes,
He's
out for
say
5
it
minutes,
again.
back for 3 minutes. They had them do 2 hours of sauna exposure to get that growth hormone release.
It's right here.
Now, for the reduction in likelihood of dying of a cardiovascular event, stroke or otherwise, the more often you do sauna, the better. So if you look at all-cause mortality or death due to cardiovascular events, and you look at sauna use frequency using the same parameters, 80 to 100 degrees centigrade, 1 to 7 times per week, basically the more often you get into the sauna for 30 minutes across the week, so 30 minutes a day is better than 4 times a week. 4 times a week is better than 2 times a week, and 2 times a week is better than 1. And the reductions in mortality are really impressive. 27, if you get into a sauna the way I just described, not the 2 hours a day, but 30 minutes twice a week or 3 times per week, you reduce the likelihood of dying of a cardiovascular event by 27%. If you do it 4 or more times per week, you reduce the probability of dying by 50% of a cardiovascular event. And in these studies, they rule out other things that people...
That's the one I'm talking about. So I'm doing 30 minutes 3 times a week, and then I'll do one that's about 25 minutes. Just because, when you do it so often, you lose, it's water retention is a problem. You get dehydrated. And I don't know if I'm dehydrated or not because I stopped drinking after Charlie Kirk died. But maybe I could do 4 times a week, 30 minutes. I don't know. But yesterday I did 30 minutes in the sauna, 31 minutes to be exact. And today I'm going to go do another 30 minutes after I do my leg day.
People are doing smoking. They even ask them, do you live in an apartment? Are you in a happy relationship?
I don't have kids, Theodore.
They evaluate other potentially confounding variables. Now, for people that don't have access to a sauna, a hot water bath or hot tub 30 minutes a day is better than 4 times a week. Centigrade 1 to 7 times per week. Basically, the more often you get into the sauna for 30 minutes across the week, so 30 minutes a day is better than 4 times a week.
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, guys. I love the sauna. It's been phenomenal. A lot more things. Drink water every 20 minutes during your health club time. Yeah, I'm drinking a lot of water, but still, I have water with me the whole time, but still, what about increasing the fertility rates for white American men and women? Deshaun says, Medi and Miss Medication, please have many kids. Thank you, Deshaun. We're not trying yet. We're gonna get married next year in October, I believe, and then we're gonna start having lots of kids, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Thank you all for today. I had a great time with you. I laughed my ass off. I enjoyed it. I You saw I had a really, really good time. We had some trolls, and we had some fun with the trolls, guys. And I'm gonna get off the live right now, and then come back on. My guess is around probably 6 or so. Okay, guys. Again, thank you. Love you all. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being part of this journey. And we're gonna go get the workout and come back. See you guys. Have a good one. Thank you. Thanks, State Line. Thanks, everyone.